for it.
Hi, I'm Rob, and today I'm excited to show you and tell you what I've been learning the past semester. First, I want to tell you my Bible verse and my poem. My poem is Daffodils by William Wordsworth. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high o'er vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze, continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, that stretch in never-ending line along the margin of the bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not be but gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed with little thought what wealth to me the show had brought. For oft when on my couch I lie in vacant or in pensive mood, that flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude. And then my heart pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, there is nothing I lack. He lets me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He renews my life. He leads me along the right path for his name's sake. Even though I go through the darkest valleys, I fear no danger. For you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Only goodness and faithful love will pursue me all the days of my life, and I will gaze in the house of the Lord as long as I live. Now I want to diagram a sentence with you. First, let's look at our sentence. The hikers crossed the old bridge slowly. Now, the way you diagram is you try to shorten out the sentence by taking the subject, the verb, and the direct object and putting them on one line together. So let's do that. We have our noun, which is our subject, hikers. We have our verb, crossed. And then we have our direct object, bridge. Now that we have the main part of our sentence, I can write down the adjectives and adverbs. First, we have hikers. It has the. The is describing which hikers they are. Which hikers are they? They are the hikers. Let's put that down. Then we have bridge, which is another noun. It has two adjectives. They are the and old. Which bridge is it? It's the bridge. What kind of bridge is it? It's the old bridge. Let's put those down. And now we have crossed, which has a adverb. And the reason why crossed has an adverb and not an adjective is because it's a verb. And adjectives describe verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. That's why crossed has an adverb and not an adjective. It has slow. Now that we have our sentence diagrammed, would anyone like to ask any questions? Yes, T-Rex.
Where does the period go?
There is no period on a diagram.
Okay.
What, Dad?
Are the main parts always the subject, the predicate, and the direct object?
Sometimes or sometimes less. Yes, Sam?
How do you read it?
You just gotta know how to read a diagram.
Could you read it for us and point as you read it?
The hikers crossed the old bridge slope. Are there any more questions?
Is there any other way you could say it?
Hikers crossed bridge the slowly the old.
What about the hikers slowly crossed the old bridge? Would that work?
Say that. Now I'm going to tell you about the Battle of Britain in World War II. First, I'm going to...
Wait a second. Is this the right ID? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, is that right? Okay. Certain way to do this. You get it right. Okay.
First, I'm going to tell you where the Battle of Britain happened. It happened in World War after Hitler took over France. He bombed some major cities in Great Britain, and it happened over here, which Sherrick's helpfully labeled the countries that were in the war for me. So Great Britain was here, and that's where it happened. And I drew a closer up map of right here. And first, there's the key. There's 3 symbols for the German bomber base, the German fighter base, and the German Stoker base, which is a dive bomber. And they are all along the coastline of France. And down here, we have the 4 symbols of things that happened in Great Britain. We have the RAF group headquarters, fire stations, and radar stations. We also have British towns bombed, which was all over Great Britain. And when I was looking at the map when I was drawing it, I actually saw that one of the towns that was bombed was way at the top of England. And I thought, wow, how did a German bomber fly all the way to the top of England and bomb a city up there? And I thought that was kind of interesting. And one of the main reasons why Great Britain won this battle was because of their awesome radar technology. And the way it worked is, when the bombers took off, it would tell Great Britain how many bombers took off, how fast they were going, how high they were, and how long till they got there. And that gave Great Britain lots of time to get in their planes and destroy some of the bombers before they crossed the English Channel. And as you can see, they're marked in pluses all along the coastline of Great Britain, because you never know when a plane could come attacking Great Britain. And down here, I wrote that Hitler actually thought that Great Britain would surrender after he took over France. And he waited a while for them to surrender, and after a few months he put down a date to bomb England. And he underestimated the power of the Royal Air Force and the advanced radar technology. And the battle lasted from July to October 1940. Are there any questions?
Quick question. What did the radar do? What did it tell them?
It told them how many planes took off, how long till they got there, how high they were, and
How fast they were going.
how fast they were going.
Did Germany have radar?
No,
Did Germany know that Great Britain had the radar?
no. Well, maybe they did.
But they didn't know what it did or how effective it was.
Yes. What, T-Rex?
Did France know that Great Britain had the technology?
T-Rex! Yes, Dad?
How come they're all, the Germans made their air bases in France? How come
Because
they didn't take off from air bases in Germany?
France was a lot closer to Great Britain. Nick?
Why don't you go to the other side of the poster so Carrie can see it all?
Mr. Horner has a question.
Yes.
I know what a bomber is and I know what a fighter is, but I don't know what a Stuka is.
It's a dive bomber.
And is that like suicidal or is it just the method of delivery?
I think so.
Which one?
The
Say,
Stuka,
I don't know.
the Stuka was a combination fighter bomber.
Oh.
It had
The
torpedoes.
Stuka was slower and had fewer bombs,
Okay.
so,
Okay.
but it could fight with the fighters also,
Okay,
if it needed
gotcha.
to.
I didn't know that.
Are there any more questions?
Very good.